Warning, this episode contains adult language, mature situations, cat antics, common pet situations, manga release news, a corrected oversight from last episode, and the hazards of owning a cat. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Listener and viewer discretion is advised. Spiraken Manga Review, episode 547. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Spiraken Manga Review. I'm your host, Zan, saying konnichiwa, aloha, buongiorno, and what's up? Hope you're doing good and hope you're excited for another fun-filled episode of this awesome podcast you can find at www.spiraken.com. We're also on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, YouTube, and various other social media sites. Just look for Spiraken. I guarantee you'll find us one way or the other. And if you are watching on YouTube, remember to like, share, subscribe, click on that bell for notification for when we release new episodes. And before we get into the manga release and review of the day, I have to correct an oversight from last week. Because someone brought to my attention that I am a podcaster who is pretty diligent with my reviews, and I tend not to bow down to certain conventions, and I try to do the best I can. Because last week I did not give a full review of the last manga we talked about, My Boss is a Giant, and I didn't give a review or rating of it. I am going to remedy that slightly by just going over some of the things I forgot to mention in that manga. And, well, let's actually get to it, because quickly, remember I reviewed My Boss is a Giant. He manages my every need with enormous skill. Very steamy manga by Steamship and Seven Seas Entertainment. And I've got to say that this manga, there are some unique elements to it, but overall it is a very lackluster manga. The art is pretty well done, but overall the plot it's smut, so it's very paint by numbers. They introduce two different rivals that are specifically for the girl, nothing for the guy. So it's kind of 50-50 meh. So for that reason, I'm going to have to give it, I said I was going to give it, but I'm going to give it a gift from a crazy Aunt Muriel. It's okay, but forgettable. It's for a specific crowd, and if you're looking for that, you're going to enjoy it. If not, well, that is your thoughts. So, and if you're watching for the first time, I know that's random, but this is how it goes. So with that, let's actually get to the actual manga release for the episode, because I'm actually excited to talk about this one. It's a little different, a little weird, and as I'm doing this right now, I'm being bothered by a cat, so that makes it even more funny as well. So, let's get to it, shall we? Let's spin over to our review. So, if you remember from the last episode, I spun that one note only the Wheel of Manga, and it dictated to me that reviewing a manga that was written by Tamako Tamagoyama, and this is actually her blog that was made into an actual manga. So that's pretty cool that it was actually made into a manga. It is a blog, it is a 4-koma series, so it's very much little snippets of the life and everything going on. This was published by Media Factory originally, but brought over here by Seven Seas Entertainment. Released in Comic Essay Gekijo. The original run was 2015. It's still coming out to this day. There are 6 volumes. It is still coming out, so it is not complete. It is a cat blog comedy slice of life series. And it is a shoujo that's original name was Uchi no Neko ga Mata Hen no Koto Shiteru, or in English it is known simply as My Cat is a Weirdo, or My Cat is Such a Weirdo. And this is a manga about owning 2 cats and the insanity that goes on with that. And if you've owned cats, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you have not owned a cat, well, it's an interesting and odd and crazy experience, because all the weird things they do, this is all about that. And like I said, it's about 2 cats. We have, on one hand, we have Ton-chan, who is an older cat who is pretty wild, but very in control of things. And then we have Shiro-san, who is the younger cat, who is very speedy and very spaced out. And it's these 2 cats and the insane antics they get involved with over time. And that's what this manga is about. And it's just simple things, like, for example, them finding boxes and playing with them, or them purchasing things, or them just looking around, or them begging for snacks. This is just ownership and cat love in general. That's all it is. And I love the fact that you actually have the actual images of the cats and the situations in actual photographs next to the manga, so you could tell how they look like and see the difference in the art design. And that is the entire manga. There's nothing else to it. It's very paint by numbers. Here's what's going on. Here's the situation. Watch, rinse, repeat. If you need a relaxing day, or if you like cats, this is what this is. If you don't like cats or don't like this 4-koma format, you're going to hate this. And that's all it is. It really is. It's just Yeah, it's just them dealing with life and catness. And that's not a pun I meant to do. And the weirdness of cats watching you in your sleep, or following you into the bathroom, or making sure your shoes are safe, or you buying a new toy and they end up playing with the packaging instead. This is the ownership of cats, and this is all it is. It is literally just, here are my cats, look at them, enjoy them. And then later on, it's here are my memories of my old cats. That's it. It's really all it is. And it is a manga that is, well, it is a manga. The fact that it's in color is really cool. And I love the fact that you do have all these little comments and references to them being affectionate while being stinky, or the cats love watching the soccer game, and then when the game's over, the cats are contented. Or I think my favorite one was, here are the cats personified as real children, which perfectly fits for every single cat owner. You know what your cat would look like as a human. So that is what this manga is about. Art style's decent for what it is, which is a 4-koma. It's a blog. It's Tamako-san talking about her ownership of Ton-chan and Shiro-san. That's all it is. And for that reason, I have to give this manga, well, it is what it is, and it is a gift from your crazy Aunt Muriel. It's pretty okay, but in the end, it is forgettable. It's literally someone talking about their cats. If you read Junji Ito's Cat Diaries, it's virtually the same thing, except this one, they look cute and they're not creepy. If you read Safi the One-Eyed Cat, same thing. It's literally just the antics and thoughts and minds of the cats as they're doing things while you're dealing with it. That's all this is. It is very wash, rinse, repeat. It's very hilarious. They're both rescue cats, and that's an endearing moment. So if you are a pet fan, if you're a cat lover, you're going to love this. If you are not a fan of those things, or if you just want fighting or weird things in your manga, this is not for you. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it and how it is. And honestly, like I said, I really want this to be like, yeah, this is amazing, it's great. But no, it's literally just a cat manga. And because of that, here is the random question of the day, which is going to be pretty simple. It's going to be just, well, what's the craziest thing your pet has done? I mean, what's the stupidest or most amazing thing you've done, or the most embarrassing thing? I mean, has your pet ever peed on you? Has your pet ever jumped onto something thinking they're going to land on solid ground and then fall into something else? Has your cat ever grabbed a toy and run around the apartment following you weirdly? What did you like? Has your dog ever just kind of done something where you're like, really? Really, dog? You're going to do that? Let me know. Email me at zanspiraken.com or tweet me at Spiraken. Let me know your thoughts. And with that in mind, let's actually get to the manga releases for the week. And we got some really fun ones and some really crazy ones this week. So let's get to it, shall we? So, starting off from the top, the newest one that we have is going to be... Well, hold on. The newest one we have is going to be Ido Volume 1. And this is a manga that's about aliens and looks very dark, but kind of cool also. So, who knows? Next we had Anyway I'm Falling in Love with You, Volume 1. This is a very similar art style to I Cannot Reach You, but it looks beautiful and very direct. Then we have Apothecary Diaries, Volume 11. Officially, we have gone past the anime series. This is one where it's involving stuff that goes on later on. Black Clover, Volume 34. Blade of the Moon Princess, Volume 3, the final volume in this series. Blue Box, Volume 9. The Case Files of Jeweler Richard, light novel, Volume 7. The Condemned Villainess Goes Back in Time and Aims to Become the Ultimate Villain, the light novel, Volume 1. The Darwin Incident, Volume 4. Dungeon Friends Forever, Volume 2. The Eccentric Doctor of the Moonflower Kingdom, Volume 5. Fire Force, Omnibus 9, Volumes 25 to 27. Hellsing, 2nd Edition, Volume 4. This is a re-release of the original Hellsing series, and the art looks a lot better. I don't know what they did to fix it, but it does look better. I'm Giving the Disgraced Noble Lady I Rescued a Crash Course in Naughtiness, Volume 4. This is a ridiculous series. It's the same joke, but for some reason it works. I'm Standing on a Million Lives, Volume 17. I'm surprised this series is still going on. I'm McCoy, Now I'm in Love, Volume 9. Keep Your Hands Off Isaacin, Volume 6. I'm surprised this one's still going on, but actually it is a lot of fun. Kimono Jihen Volume 10, The King's Beast Volume 12, Kubo Won't Let Me Be Invisible Volume 12, Like a Butterfly Volume 5, Loner Life in Another World, the light novel Volume 8, Medalist Volume 1, Mushoku Tensei, Jobless Reincarnation, Manga Volume 18, My Clueless First Friend Volume 5, My Hero Academia Volume 37, Polar Bear Cafe Collector's Edition Volume 4, Remnants of Filth Yu, the novel Volume 3, Rise of the Outlaw Tamer and His S-Rank Cat Girl Volume 3, Succumbus and Hitman Volume 6, This Is Screwed Up, But I Was Reincarnated as a Girl in Another World, the manga Volume 11, Tokyo Aliens Volume 6, Wolf Girl and Black Prince Volume 6, and then last and certainly not least, we have Young Ladies Don't Play Fighting Games Volume 6. A lot of Volume 6s this week. But these are the manga releases for the week, so let me know which ones you're most excited about and which ones you're not. Is there any that you definitely are going to buy, or there's some that you want to avoid at all costs? Let me know, zanspiraken.com. For me personally, the ones I'm most excited about, even though my sixth on this list would have been Keep Your Hands Off Isaacin, are going to be My Hero Academia Volume 37, because we're finally getting into the fight between Deku and Shimura, aka All for One, with their merger. Medalist 1, I actually got all of it in that Humble Bundle I bought a couple of weeks ago, so I'm a little excited to check that out. We have the Condemned Villainess Goes Back in Time and Aims to Become the Ultimate Villain, light novel Volume 1. It seems to be pretty cool that a villainess is going to become the ultimate villain. Apothecary Diaries Volume 11, well, you know, it's Apothecary Diaries. I'm super excited for this series, and it is a lot of fun. And then Anyway, I'm Falling in Love with You, Volume 1. This one, it just, the art style draws me in, so I want to check it out. And I know I did not read this in order, but I wanted to try something different, kind of bounce it around. So let me know which ones you're most excited about, shall we? And before we go any further, thank you so much for checking out this podcast and listening to it. I appreciate each and every one of you. Every email I get, every comment I get makes me want to keep doing this podcast. I'm going to keep doing this as long as I can, so thank you so much for checking out. And with that in mind, let's actually get to the best part of this podcast. Beforehand, remember to like, share, and subscribe. What we talk about, we're talking about that one, that only. Well, one second. The Wheel of Manga! Yes, friends, the Wheel of Manga, except no substitute. Now, what is the Wheel of Manga? The Wheel of Manga is a Wheel of Fortune with 10 slots on. And what I've done is I've assigned a manga title to each of the 10 slots. So we're going to do is spin the wheel. Whatever number it lands on, the manga that's in that spot is what I'm going to review in the next episode of the Spiraken Manga Review, episode 548. We've got some great titles on here, so let's spin it so you're going to review in the next episode, shall we? And as I said last episode, I started at 5, so let's see if it lands on something other than 1 and 5. It lands on 10. So next episode I'm going to be reviewing Lupin the Third, Thick as Thieves. Been waiting to do this one for a while because I'm excited to see this new collection. Is it going to be good? Is it going to be bad? Well, we're going to find out. But I digress. So as usual, hope you enjoyed this episode. I am your host, Zan. I am Gonzville. I'll catch you guys next time, and keep reading manga. See you later.